Howdy, everybody. Sorry about that. Still stretching out my back. Hi, Crow. Hi, Ty. Hi, Angel. Hi, Vol. Hi, Rad. Oh my goodness. If my mod is not off making coffee, as well they should be, can we get a shout out first for, well, Angel was fucking around and said, wait, does Angel stream? Fuck it, we're shouting out Angel first. Shout out Angel first, please. If you are here. If not, I will be moseying my ass over here and up. Thank you for the shout out. I was gonna say I'm gonna mosey my ass over here and then I will shout out Angel. But after that, please shout yourself out, Vol, and then Red and Crow. Do you stream? I never remember. I love the mug. Thank you. It's brought to you by a random inspirational poster generator called Inspirobot.
Would you like a little tea?
Heavily suggest. Thank you for Metalhead. I heavily encourage you to go look it up. It's hilarious. It's either bangers or nothing. Like, it's either bangers or a word salad is what tends to come out of there. Hello's getting steamed. So steamed. As a warning, I do not have sound. I can hear. Good shit, Red. Oh my goodness. Whew, I had to do a lot of, on top of the headache, I had a lot of shit to get done this morning, so I do apologize that we're here basically 3 hours late. 2 hours late versus my usual lateness, but a lot of small headaches happened today, so please do forgive. I had a literal headache, which was a tension headache given that I slept wrong. So my whole back was not having a good time. Unmovable away from the house for the next 2 hours. How do you have headaches? You literally do not have a head. So here's the thing. Here's part of my lore. I do know that I have a head. I can feel that I have a head. I cannot see out of the head. I can only see from where I am. Which is weird. Do not ask me how I see without eyes, but I do. But I can't, like, close my eyes and just open them where my head is or anything. It's still darkness. It's the googly eye. What googly eye? I see no googly eyes. I also don't see Maltholomew Sr., my sweet companion. But anyways, my child. Anyways, what was I gonna say? But anyways, I did have a headache this morning, a fairly bad one, honestly. But I knew it was gonna subside because I tried the usual things that I try. I tried the usual things that I tried to see what kind of headache it was, and stretching would make it subside, which meant it was a tension headache, and I just slept wrong. So I did everything that I needed to do to make sure that, like, the headache, like, came down a little bit and then started stretching. But then I also had to walk Sen, which also helps. Like, it loosens the muscles to take a gentle walk. So the headache, thankfully, has gone away fully now. I'm doing much better. Like, I will definitely still be stretching a lot. Plus walking helps a lot with blood flow. That too. Gets things moving, loosens things up. But I had a lot of administrative stuff to take care of. Suffice to say, like, things switched hands here, and I have to bug my apartment about, like, my deposit and things like that, so that they can have it on record that the new housemate has their part of the deposit in, because guess what? I was way too generous with my last two housemates, and I spotted the deposit for both of them. So it was fully in my money and under my name. We did not go halvesies on it, like you should. So I fully supported them. Both wound up being terrible fucking people, which is awful. But the new housemate is a lot better so far in a lot of ways. One of those ways being that she was like, I make the most money here. I should be paying the lion's and I have the biggest room. I should be paying the lion's share of the deposit. So I'm waiting for my deposit check to come in, because of course that it's not like you go to the office in an apartment building and go, all right, we want to trade our deposit around. Like, you just write the check, right? No, that has to go to a higher office somewhere, and then they send the check to you. That's the way it works here. So I had to give them a call because I'm like, it's been a minute. Why have I not gotten that yet? And I got answers for that, but slightly dissatisfying answers. So I have to struggle with that shit. And I had to do that while I still had a headache and I was still looking at shit. New head? Actually, no. Teapot Head has been around for a while. Teapot Head has been around since the beginning of this model. This one is called Metalhead. For obvious reasons. But this one, I have a lot of heads, and they don't get rotated a whole lot. But if you have points and you see a redeem that says head in front of it, of which there are several when they are actually available, if you see a redeem that says head in front of it, it's a different type of head. And I am always okay with if you want to decide, if you want to think about what head you want before you pick one, you can always ask me. You can always just be like, hey, can I see all of the heads and can you tell me which redeem they're linked to? Most of them you can kind of guess, I'll be honest with you. Obviously the unicorn is linked to Fabulous. I wish when you talked a little Steam, I tried to get the artist to do that. I tried to get the rigger to do that. It wound up being a little more challenging back then. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. I actually, so the spout wiggles instead of steam coming out because it wound up being a little bit beyond both the artist and the rigger to work that out in between them. The artist and rigger that I hired were very, very new to Live 2D at the time. And it wound up, wow, wiggly spout. Yeah. Hold on. Wiggly spout. Wiggly little spout. Look at my wiggles. Wow. Oh, wow. Anyways. Wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Anyways. I wonder if you could rig up some of the new built-in Steam features and link it to the mouth input. Probably. What I would just wind up doing is linking it up to the spout. But the thing is, I would want it to fade in and fade out as I spoke as well. So it would be like more intense Steam and less intense Steam. And I don't know how you fuck with the opacity. That would be a whole mess of stuff that is very back burner to a lot of the shit that I need to get done for stream already. Not the least of which is fucking lore, which I'm still like, I've got it mapped out. It's